Hey everybody, I want to Wisdom here. It is Friday, I believe, December 19th, 2014. Regardless, it is a great day. Last couple days have actually been really crazy. Wednesday, Skylanders revealed the light and dark elements. Yesterday, I unboxed the light and dark expansion packs with Nightmare and Nightlight. We've done the introductions. Good chance I will live stream those tonight. Might be a little bit later on. I do it right now, but something else popped up. I've been monitoring, some Amiibo and the Skylanders and stuff online, trying to see what's going on, monitoring trends and everything. I was pretty sad because Eon's Elite Terrafin and Stealth Elf were basically the wave, third wave release of the Eon's Elite. They were street dated for January 10th, so I wasn't too sad about that. I knew what it was. I was just kind of bummed out because 2-3 nights ago, Terrafin was not available. He was sold out, and I thought, well, what the heck? Stealth Elf was still available. And then this morning, had a tweet from Paul, and he actually told me that he'd been at GameStop and that they had Terrafin sitting out. And so I figured it was one of those deals they just screwed up, and it wouldn't be for sale. Checked online, it had add to cart and ships in 24 hours, and I thought, okay, this is worth investigating. Checked local stores. The GameStop I prefer actually showed him in stock. And I took off after work, and I came back with this. This is Eon's Elite Terrafin. This is the one I've been waiting for. If I could just have one Elite character, it would be Terrafin. He's my favorite. This, of course, is the Terrafin from SSA, Green Bay Skylander. That would be from Pirate Sea's Adventure Pack from way back in the day. Eon's Elite. Eon's Elite are the selected few that have displayed courage and bravery against all odds. They are revered by their fellow Skylanders for their inspiration and unwavering commitment to defend Skylands. Now, Elite Skylanders, 3 times more powerful. In my research series I've done, that pretty much equates out to be factual. Decorated in metallic armor, 3D diorama collector's case. And then as you can see, Elite Terrafin, there he is in all his glory. He is awesome. Right there, you got Elite Stealth Elf. Paul mentioned that's what he went for, I guess. Or was hoping to find. They didn't have them. My local store did, so I've got her as well. She's down here. But $24.99, my batteries just died there, but you can see Elite Stealth Elf, Elite Terrafin, and of course, coming up later, we've got Elite Eruptor and Elite Gilgrunt. Now, kind of borderline something some people are bummed out about is just like the sheer number of Gilgrunts you've got, the sheer number of Eruptors you've got. There's tons of Stealth Elves, there's a lot of Spyros, there's a lot of Trigger Happies. Terrafin, I always thought he would have gotten legendary status, by this point in time. But basically, with Terrafin, you've got the Series 1 pose. Again, this is Green Base SSA. Again, you'd find this with Pirate Seas. You've got that pose. You have my all-time favorite pose of Terrafin, which is his Skylanders Giant Series 2 pose. This is one of my first ever customs. We can take a look at that if you want to. And then, of course, from Swap Force, you've got the blue base Knockout Terrafin. So, that is our selection of Terrafins. Note that he doesn't have a light core, he doesn't have a legendary, he doesn't have a dark, he doesn't have a volcanic, he doesn't have a Christmas variant, he doesn't have a, Easter variant like Springtime Trigger Happy over here. Really, and to date, he hasn't had like a chase variant, like a translucent red, or a chrome or anything. He's just kind of been, here I am, I'm awesome, I don't need other poses. So, when they selected the Earth, that would be my dream lineup, of course. There's actually several Earth characters. Obviously, you don't figure on Dino Ring since he's never been reposed. Bash is an absolute beast. Prism Break, I thought, had a really good chance to be selected just for the fact he's been right along with Terrafin, plus he had the light core. So it was kind of a toss-up between those. I was stoked when it was revealed that it would be Terrafin. Basically, in my 3DS research is when we discovered that. But this is it. This is the packaging. It's got the clear case inside. It's got that holographic deal. Those apparently line up as well. But this is kind of just one more look at the packaging. And I am going to go ahead very carefully open this guy up. These did have the stickers. I hate that they do. That's probably the best thing about having this stuff sent to you sometimes. Like when they sent Chop Chop and Spyro, I don't have to worry about a sticker. you know. But they had it right there. I was able to get it off on both characters with no residue or damage. So opening it up, you've got the cool sky blue there. It's still foil here, holographic packaging. This is kind of your instructions. Again, it's been a while, but I kind of remember it. This is the case. There's a little press button. There's the plastic insert there. What are we even looking at? Those are the tabs, of course. You've got to release, then you can put it back into place, and then there's like the little adhesive pad where your Skylander can sit and be in just the display case. Most people are either going to leave this in the box as is that you just saw, or they're going to open it up and have him loose. And then there's like a select few that will actually, you know, like do what that suggests. So that's it right here. You've got top. This is some fancy packaging for $24.99. Yeah, you're getting the good stuff. So you're going to grab that. We have pulled him on out. Nothing in the bottom there. So very nice box. That's one of the things. If that was like a regular, you know, pack, like a typical Skylander, I'd probably just go this route. It's a toss-up, it really is. We'll go ahead and we'll release that. What you need to look at here is the epicness that is this case out of the plastic. You can see Elite Terrafin emblazoned in silver. You can see Terrafin, and if you know me, you will be thinking, hey, that guy kind of looks familiar, and there's a good reason for your thinking that. Right here is the switch. Obviously, it's even labeled for you, push. So what we want to do is push that. And there are little adhesive tabs. Let's see if we can get that. Alright, so we got this off. That's just kind of like your jewel case. This is the background for Terrafin. Let's take a look at it. Again, it kind of shifts around. It's kind of like the old baseball cards. You got like a rotating sky island. Sky island, I guess we should say. Kind of some stones, some prisms. So very cool stuff. Again, backside is just stark white. Now, what we want to do, you can kind of make it out. That little pull me off. So that's what we're going to do. We've released that. There's another, no there's not. So we're just going to come in and actually lift up here. And there we go. So we've got the base free. And now you've just got the little plastic, basically nestling Terrafin there on the Earth Element logo. We're going to sit this down though. We've got some other things to address. Right here in the bottom, you've got the instructions. Which, hey, you know, we've been doing this long enough that we don't need those, right? Here it is. This is the epicness that is his sticker sheet. Sticker sheet, there's his artwork, traditional SSA. I say he looks more menacing than the original artwork. I don't know about you. I think I remember it quite well. There's the name tag, below that QR code and a web code. Now, this is the moment of truth. This is the card stats. Again, I'm going to introduce this guy ASAP. Probably going to fully upgrade him as well. But power 400 of 500, armor 500 of 500, agility 100 of 500, and luck 100 of 500. That puts him, if I can get that to come into focus for you a little bit, 500, 900, 1,000, 1,100 out of a potential 2,000. So, I've got Elite Shop's card here. I honestly don't remember what it totaled. 500, 740, 840, 1,000. So, plus 100 for Terrafin over Elite Shop, at least in card form. I would imagine Stealth Self's will also total 1,100. Her agility's probably maxed out there. So, this is a guy that I really do, probably, in all honesty, I'm probably going to buy 2 of these. I didn't do it tonight, but I'm probably going to do it possibly as early as tomorrow. I've got to run some errands and things, but generally I attempt to avoid places as much as possible this time of year. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of our way. We'll just stick it right there. And what we do now is we just bend these little plastic tabs off, and we do so again here. And now we can release this guy, and right there, that's the Earth Element. If you leave these packages, you just, I mean, you're totally oblivious to that. So you can put the card right back in there. If you're so inclined, you can put $40, you know, so if you're ever, you know, fleeing from disaster and you're like, oh wait, what do I need to take with me? And you grab Elite Terrafin, and whenever you go to pull them out, you'll be like, hey, there's $40 in here. You know, I don't know what you're going to do with it, peppermints, who knows. But it basically, you can just kind of position it back into place. And it's a little bit hard to see. Alright, there we go. That's essentially what the Earth Element bottom end is going to look like for you. You've got the 2 pegs here, kind of for your acrylic, holographic deal to rest against your case. But note, again, you kind of got the mountain for the earth elements. You can see it there. You can see it behind Elite Terrafin as well. And the pattern follows all 360 degrees there. Or 4 sides, I suppose we should say. Now, this is the tough one. If you want to reseal these guys, you know, you've got to put them back in this. It's one of those deals, the plastic's kind of hard to keep in form. I'm going to pull him out because he's my favorite Skylander, so very difficult to do this. Let me just try pushing from the bottom. That's actually the best way to get it done. I think you could put him back in there, but it's going to be a tough call, you know. That said, he's going to be free to roam. I want him out for pictures with other Terrafins and whatnot. So this is the most powerful Terrafin the world has ever seen. If you're thinking, hey, what is up with those colors? You know, he doesn't look like, he's not gray. He's not the dark gray like this. You know, what's the deal? Here they are side by side. Same facial features. He's still got the pecs. He's got the same armor geared up. Same eyes. Again, very nice, kind of stalk you. I'm watching everything you do. Backside, a little bit brighter, kind of more oranges than the yellows over here on the backside of Elite Terrafin. But instead of being like a gray, and this is kind of a big deal because the other characters have all kind of been like true to color. This isn't really a gray, in my opinion, like you see on Series 1, 2, and 3 Terrafin here. This is almost, I'm trying to think of a good, like an Atlantic blue metallic, if you will. That's good for a shark, I suppose. And then on the front, instead of being just like, this is Series 2 Terrafin, like a very flat, neutral gray color, this has some metallic to it. And if you think, hey, you know, haven't I seen this guy with a pool table do something like that before? The answer is yes. This was my Series 3 custom legendary blue metallic Terrafin. You can see it's not the legendary blue metallic color, but it's got a lot of gray into it, and again, that's kind of why it's like a lighter blue. But right there, the claws that I made silver kind of match up there. This kind of has more of like a bronze in it, I think. Another comparison here, this is my favorite custom because it's one of my favorite poses. This is a Series 2 legendary metallic Terrafin. You can see again the similarities here between the two, but this is really, it's kind of like a gunmetal blue, Atlantic blue metallic gunmetal blue, something along those lines, and it just really pops. And again, what's unique about that, they didn't come in here and just like take the dark gray and throw some metal flake. They kind of brightened it up, made it really stand out. Base, of course, it's got that traditional earth element look to it. However, it is all gold. Instead of having like brown with, you know, like the crystalline structures, everything is gold. It's a very nice contrast to the regular features here on Elite Terrafin. And then, unlike our green base Series 1, orange base Series 2, blue base Series 3, there is technically, I mean, it's not really like a Series 4 Terrafin, but right here in mini form, you've got Terabyte, so he does have that going for him. He, you know, obviously got this back in the day, and then now there's a newer red-based version. So we kind of have that. This, of course, is the original green-based sidekick. So he's got those two where Prism Break doesn't, but I mean, he doesn't have like the, you know, volcanic, jolly, etc. that I covered, light core, you know, the drill. The base, though, is clear. That's trademark for Eons Elite. So this is probably my like non-custom, you know, just straight up. This is probably my favorite Skylander. The only thing that they could have done to make this better, in my opinion, is if the Eons Elite was like the Series 2 pose. You know, that would have been pretty, that would be like the cream of the crop, you know, in my dreams type scenario. So, very cool. Again, these were dated. I don't know what happened. These were dated January 10th, 2015. That's when, if you pre-ordered, that's when they were supposed to ship. If you did store pickup, that's when you're supposed to go pick them up. And I don't know what happened, but they are in some stores, and they are apparently not register locked. So I cashed in, and like I said, this is epic. This is Eons Elite Terrafin, $24.99 at GameStop. Again, I'll take some pictures I'll have up on my site with the other Terrafins, my customs. Still need to buy a one like this just to go ahead and make my regular color, but I do think I will probably buy 2 of this Eons Elite. It's probably the only one I'll do that for. And again, that's in large part just because it's one of my favorite characters. Still, the original 32 Skylanders, in particularly the 8 Castaways, despite the Giants and the New Landers, despite the Swappers and the New Landers, and now despite the Trap Team and the New Landers and the New Elements, etc., some of the original 32, they remain my personal favorite. SSA is still my personal favorite Skylanders entry. It's not just me being nostalgic. I mean, I picked it up. You know, nobody was really like on the bandwagon, you know, it's super popular, etc. It's kind of an unknown deal. I'd kind of seen, you know, some clips from E3 and the Toy Fair, and I thought, man, that kind of looks pretty cool. I think my nephew will like it, and went in, picked it up on launch day. The rest is history. You know, here I am 4 years later, and it's about time Terrafin gets some love with an official, basically a variant form, if you will. So I'd still personally like to see him get a legendary figure. I just think it needs to be done. So that's just my thoughts. This is Eon's Elite Terrafin. It is truly awesome. Just to kind of showcase this to you, that's the adhesive pad. You know, if you lift up on that clear deal, I'm not going to, but just to kind of, I'll see if I can do it. I want you to get a full feel without the plastic before we go. I hate touching this clear jewel case part because I feel like I'm gonna like make it look bad. You know. All right, this is kind of hard to do. I'm not gonna lie. But it's not going to be a perfect alignment or anything, but I mean, I'll kind of not have it done, apparently. You get the idea, though. Maybe I can, maybe I can't pull this up. I don't know. You know what? We're just going to call it good here. So if you put him back in his case, it's going to look something like that. And you get the idea. Very hard to do with him, you know, free to roam all 360 degrees there, but that is it. I mean, you can put him back in the case, you can put him back in the plastic, you can keep him loose, you can keep him sealed up in the box. They will work through the packaging just fine. But it is Eon's Elite Terrafin. Again, this is, I think, the 19th. That is correct, because I remember yesterday it was a week until Christmas. So Friday the 19th, picked it up. They had, I don't know, maybe like 8 of each sitting out, I think, kind of strung out here and there, maybe 4 stealth, I don't know. They had some, and I went ahead and I cashed in, and I could not be happier. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox Elite Stealth Elf as well, who was also one of my favorite characters. She's basically who I used to do all the time goals and everything in the first 2 games. So fond memories looking back there. But I plan to introduce these guys. I'm probably going to upgrade both of them too. On all honesty, these are 2 of my favorite Skylanders. So I'll do that. I am hoping to live stream at least one of the expansion packs tonight. I'll try to do the other one tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. oneofweezem.com is my personal site. Again, that link at the top. You'll have some pictures. You can check out the card stats, in-game stats, etc. When I upgrade him, I'll also archive that video there. You can follow me on Twitch. Again, that's important because I'm going to start live streaming the snot out of this game again. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer, for myself and Elite Terrafin. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed, and we will catch you back here next time.